in terms of the ranking or the scores that the countries have in terms of commitment. So commitment right now doesn't mean that right now the outcomes are great. So having great commitment now might actually sort of lead to improved outcomes only after a certain time gap. That's what we posit. We don't have empirical evidence to say anything about the size of that time gap, but we think there's a pretty logical argument to be made. Right. So there we go. These are sort of the findings from the first run of the HANSI from last year. And as you see, sort of the findings are split up sort of for hunger reduction commitment, nutrition commitment, and then sort of we club them together as an overall sort of index, as Raj's sort of discussion of the design of the index showed you. Bang at the top sort of the index, sort of Guatemala. And let me just bring you back to the health warning again. Okay. We know that Guatemala has a notoriously bad situation, for instance, in terms of stunting. It's got a sort of an average stunting rate of 48% of children being stunted. We also know that actually amongst different sort of social groups in Guatemala, particularly indigenous communities, these stunting rates are actually double that. They're around sort of 80%, which is absolutely mind-boggling and shocking. So clearly, so there are issues remaining, sort of. Nevertheless, our indicator set does show that Guatemala is putting in place right now a lot of good measures to be on track, we hope, we can't prove just yet, to its improved nutrition outcomes and hunger outcomes in future. So what does Guatemala do well?